What makes you a high value woman?
Being a good person, I think genuinely being somebody who cares about other people makes you a woman of substance and makes you a good person. I feel men think that value means, okay, she look good, she can carry my kids, our kids gonna look cute and coochie on fire, like she look good on my arm, we can walk any place, she can switch it up. She needs me. And I don't think that's what men should be. I think that's when you find yourself in trouble, when you look for that woman. And then later down the line, you find out, oh, when you're divorcing and she took all your money, well, that's what you brought her in with. So of course you gonna take. I make the same amount of money and I don't need you. I want you if I don't need you. You don't have that power over me anymore to make me say, well, I can't go anywhere, so I have to put up with whatever he's giving me.
You hear a lot of men say that women with money, that women that have their own, they're too masculine. They mouth, y'all talk too damn much. All these negative stereotypes and these negative things because you also have the income.
But then you're also a gold digger if you don't have the income.
Right.
So I'm like, so what am I like?
This is Legra.
This is Stephanie.
This is Cherie.
And this is Ivania.
And this is Timeless and Unfiltered, where we are spilling the tea on midlife, one laugh at a time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Timeless and Unfiltered. We are spilling the tea on midlife.
One laugh at a time.
And we
That's
have
Legra, and I'm Stephanie.
She said that's Legra.
I was gonna bring everybody in. I was trying to take control.
Cut, start over.
We gonna
we going.
This is
We
Legra.
in it now.
Stephanie.
This is Cherise.
And I'm Ivania.
And this is what happened when you haven't been together for a minute.
Right. Well, I wanted to continue our conversation we had about high value men and high value women, if y'all don't mind. Because, we could have talked about that.
Forever.
So we have to break it up.
Yes.
And so the question is, if a man's value is based on his provision and leadership, then what makes a woman high value?
And income, right? Wasn't that like a big
Yeah,
part of it?
provision.
Providing, basically.
His income.
Now, whose definition are we looking for? Our definition or society's definition of a high valued woman?
No, let's.
That's the
The only
thing.
thing we can do is talk about our own experience. So, what makes you a high value woman?
Integrity.
There you go.
I am able to, I think a woman should be able to provide for herself. Now, if you want to help provide for me, I can help provide for you as well. I think that should go both ways. I don't want to bring religion into it, but you have to believe in something bigger than yourself, not just be self-focused, not selfish, giving, and then be able to receive and give equally. Like I talked about this in my episode, just being a good person. I think genuinely being somebody who cares about other people makes you a woman of substance and makes you a good person, a person of high value. Now, I feel men think that value means, okay, she look good, she can carry my kids, our kids gonna look cute, and
She got good too.
she look good, got that coochie on fire, like she look good on my arm, we can walk any place,
And
she
she
can switch it
needs
up. She needs me. And I don't think that's what men should be. I think that's when you find yourself in trouble, when you look for that woman. And then later down the line, you find out, oh, when you're divorcing and she took all your money, well, that's what you brought her in with. So of course you gonna take it. So
Or if you lose your job,
And
is
she
she
gone.
able to pick up the pieces? A lot of women can't pick up the pieces
sure
when
can.
they're solely dependent on a man. And then y'all all sitting there looking crazy. And I feel like the dentist guy out in Gwinnett,
dentist guy?
he killed himself and his wife and his daughter. They have a big mansion.
Recently?
Yeah, like maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and the rumor is that he was the sole provider, and they have a big, beautiful mansion. But I guess he gambled a lot or whatever, and so he just was underwater, and he just decided to take everybody out.
Look, don't
Take
take yourself out. Don't
yourself.
take, what we
Right.
got,
Because me and my daughter was having a conversation. She's like, well, why would he do that? And I was like, he probably feel like they're all I got, and I wouldn't leave them with all the debt and all the headache and everything. So I'm just going to
I think
take
that's a
care of
men
everybody.
thing. Men tend to take everybody out. I don't think I think
Yeah, I
when
haven't
women
heard of
commit
a
suicide, we don't take the whole
Everybody,
family
yeah,
out.
I've never
Like,
heard of a woman doing murder suicide. I'm
Look at
pretty sure it
Sharice's
is.
face. What's your face saying something?
you know-
over
Well,
there?
my face is saying, what happened? Where are we going?
well, I think he
he's
feels like a
talking about
value.
he was the provider.
He was a provider.
Okay.
because he was the
And
provider.
if they can't do that, then sometimes their whole persona is
shifts.
like, that's
taking
who they
everybody.
are.
Yeah.
Especially when other men look at them as the person that has it all together, and now we don't have anything. Like that shame, yeah, and the ego. But
Well, what is it? What is it when a woman? I'm trying to think of the description that we read, the high value man last week, of a high value man, and of course the all the integrity, all the leadership, all the things, and then it boiled down to money. So now that you have, as a high value woman, and you have the money, does that make your value less?
Depends on who's
depends on the
looking
man,
at it, yeah.
and who's making the definition.
And,
Because the
and why is that
society-
making us less? Because we've also been able to accomplish.
Because I think money
Those
is
things.
power and control. If you don't have the most money, if you don't make the most money, then there's no real power you have over me anymore. Like you can't say I'm gonna do whatever I want to. You're just gonna take it. Like if I make the same amount of money and I don't need you, I want you. If I don't need you, you don't have that power over me anymore to make me say, well, I can't go anywhere, so I have to put up with whatever he's giving me. So
Because you hear a lot of men, and these are all generalizations, you guys.
Yes.
Everybody is individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get it.
that disclaimer.
We get it. Yes. But you hear a lot of men say that women with money, that women that have their own, they're too masculine. They mouth. Y'all talk too damn much. You mouthy. You know all these negative stereotypes and these negative things because you also have the income.
But then you're also a gold digger if you don't have the income.
Right.
So I'm like, so what am I like? There's no in between. Like you think I
Right.
want your money, I don't need your money.
But on social, so the level set a little bit because I know where you're going and I agree with you. I do see a lot of younger women on social media talking about they don't need a man because they have all of those things, but it's such a negative connotation in the way they're on social media and talking about it and just doing the most about it, right? That it makes it hard for us who genuinely did well for ourselves, right? We were forced to, but we fit all of those qualifications that a high value man sit in, including the income, but we're still soft. We're still feminine. We still want the things. Nothing has changed about us other than we put ourselves in a good position. But we have another side, right? And remember what we talk about, it's not everybody, but like we must admit social media sits there. And when I watch some of the folks sit on there and talk, it's just like, and so it makes it for, some of the folks that's looking at it like, damn. And then we get labeled for what other people are out there doing. But one of the things that I feel like that society doesn't do anymore is take a person, look at me independently for who I am, what I bring, what I'm about, what my worth is. We just put people together just like you look at us, right? Mature women who have our stuff together, but we're lumped
But you're
in.
penalized.
Because we're lumped in the. Well, what difference does it make that we got it going on and we're this side? Y'all, you're this,
Right,
you're that.
yeah.
So we, you know what I mean? We continue to just be dropped in this
categories
bucket
here.
and category of stuff, and I feel like. Not that I really give a shit, but we're for the
That
most part, when we're talking about us collectively, why do we have to keep pulling ourselves out of this bucket?
And
all
to be
keep
placed
pouring us
into another bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're put into another bucket.
That's just
Right.
human behavior.
Yeah.
At the end of the
It
day,
is,
honestly.
but how do we?
I don't know that
Change
it
the
can
terminology. I don't say I don't need a man. I don't need a man to provide because I can provide, but I need a man. I need
No, I need a
love.
man. I need a man to
I won't say a
provide.
man. I need love. I need love.
Shit.
I think we all have to survive off of love. Like we may not all need a relationship. We all need love to survive. Shout out to Bell Hooks who's passed away, but I just read the book All About Love.
I have that book.
Oh my God, it's life changing.
Yeah.
I love
read
that
it
book.
again.
It is
It
life
is
changing.
really-
Put it on
It
my
is.
audio.
It is, and it's not just about romantic love. It's about love in all aspects. But it is so good. It is so good. And part of what she teaches, we do need love. like as a
Absolutely.
community and
Yeah,
everything. And we think of it as some fluttery
Period.
feeling in your stomach and all this stuff, but no, it
That's
is
part of
so
the
much.
hierarchy that we learned in school.
Yes.
It is so much deeper than that. So we do need love. We don't need somebody to provide for us and do all these things that we think society says we need, but we do need love. We need to love each other. So
Genuine
And
love.
I think the biggest thing for me at this stage was I learned self-love.
yes,
Where, and don't be wrong, Legra's always been Legra. But the insecurities, being unsure of yourself, being unsure of who you are is younger Legra. On the outside looking in, she's confident, she's whatever, but she was so uncertain of herself. And I think at this stage of my life, I love me. Good or bad. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I love me. And then I think when you operate in that
yeah.
circle,
You don't take a lot of bullshit when you love yourself.
that realm, absolutely, that I love me, but it took me a long time to get here. To say, I love Legra. I love everything about that bitch. I love her. Now, she got some faults, and she is not
As we
perfect.
all do.
Right, and she's not perfect, but to love myself. And so for me, a high value man, because I'm in a place of peace in my life. And it took a long time to get there. But I'm in a place of peace in my life, and I don't want anything, and that includes friends, family, a man, anything. Don't disrupt my peace.
Yeah.
So when I look for a high value man, it's never been money. Even when I was in my 20s, it wasn't about money. My mama's name was Delois, just in case you didn't know. Delois didn't play about her daughters. She didn't. Y'all gonna be independent. And my mother always had a man. Okay? But she always had her grind on. She was always trying to do something. She was always pulling, I hate to say it, she was always pulling her men up. You know what I'm saying? She was the woman in the background. But that same boss heifer sat on the side of the bathtub and scrubbed her man's hands and feet every day because he worked in he owned an auto shop, so he had to grease and stuff. So she sat and buffed his hands every day. His dinner was still on the table. And when dinner wasn't on the table, guess what? Sometimes he cooked because she was working, or she had food ordered and the food was there when you got home. So she still was providing, even though she was out doing masculine things.
She's still a woman.
You know, so I've always seen that, and she's always raised us to be independent. But at the same time, I also feel like that's been
To your detriment.
right. If you ask anybody that's ever dated me, what was the best thing about me? They'll say I was independent. If you ask them what was the worst thing about me, they'll say I was independent.
How do you think that plays into this role of being submissive? Because I think that should be on both sides.
Absolutely.
Should be men and women. And I think sometimes men feel that we're not able to be submissive and they want a submissive woman. And the definition of submissive is very important in each relationship because it could change. But I feel like men also have to be vulnerable and be submissive in certain areas where, say, we have the expertise in something, be willing to learn from us and be submissive in that. And then also,
It's the old
we
shit,
be
though.
submissive in certain ways as well. So I think sometimes men don't look at it. I think the value that they place in women is a woman that can be submissive and listen and,
But I
what
think
they do.
in order to submit, I have to feel safe.
Safe, yes.
To submit.
Yeah.
And you have to be
And
a
trust
leader,
that
and
you
I have
know-
to
I
trust
think-
that you're going to make the right decision
For us.
not for
Every
you,
woman,
for
us.
I think it's built in us,
Jesus.
just to be honest. Every woman is submissive.
Yeah, we're going to take care of
When
you, boo.
she's safe,
When she say,
when she's secure,
Number one for me.
when
Safety.
you have to put me in that space. If I got to deal with your bullshit all the time, no, bruh, I'm not submitting.
And I'm going to fight you.
Right. Look, oh no, that's Stephanie. Look, he said, I'm going to fight you. You know, but you have to put me in that space. But that's the relationship. You know, if our relationship don't put me in a safe space, if I'm always on guard with my man,
yeah.
I can't. How do I submit to someone that can't lead me?
God, you
Because
can't.
what's that definition? Leadership.
Leadership, yeah.
It ain't. It's not the money.
It's not.
It's not the money. And you see a lot of women that make more money with their men, but those men know how to treat their woman because it's not about the money. It's not about the money. You don't put me in my feminine space. Because believe me, if I could stop
We love it.
in the name of Jesus, if I could stop, I would. But I can't because I have to eat.
Yeah.
Because you're not providing
Yeah.
for me. Now, one thing I'm not going to do, I've never been about a man's money. I'm a little things. I pay attention to the
Little things
details.
mean a lot.
They do.
I love filet mignon, y'all. Y'all know I'm a steak eater.
You got
I don't-
me on that.
Thank you.
With
Hello?
blue cheese.
But I don't eat it every day. I'm
Right.
like a hot dog.
Right.
And especially if you burn that sucker all the way around
Yeah.
on the grill. Cook me a hot dog. I don't expect you to be a chef, but it's the effort.
thought
it's
that
the,
you're doing.
it's the little things. There was one guy that I used to date, and it was never money. When he stopped at the gas station, he got me a pack of Skittles, the purple pack, because they were my
Purple pack.
favorite.
See the stuff.
Because
approval
what
time.
it
That's
said
different.
was he thought
about
of
me.
me.
Yeah. That
That's
speaks
what
volumes.
That is what's always been important to me. When you make decisions about what we're getting ready to do, I know you thought of me when you made that decision.
It
When
goes
you
a
made that
long way,
decision.
guys. It goes a long way.
You know,
Get it
like
every
one of the
night.
biggest things was
No,
like I don't eat seafood. So I don't care that you eat seafood, but when you order something, consider what I'm going to eat
Yeah.
too. Let's go to the seafood restaurant, Legra, and they got a bomb ass filet mignon here for you. Thank you, boo. And you can eat all the crab legs and shrimps and stuff
Shrimps.
that you want, but you considered
Right.
me when you made decisions. That's high value for me.
Yeah.
That's high value for me.
Being intentional.
Don't my life ain't bumpy. Don't bring no bumps.
Yes.
Don't bring no
Brain
bumps.
dramas. Oh my Lord.
Don't bring no bumps. I felt so bad. The other day I had to pick the dogs up from the groomer, and this gentleman had a really big cane corso when I was going inside to get my dogs. So I had to wait for a minute, and then he had a pickup truck, so he put the dog on the back of the pickup truck, and I was waiting for him to make sure he was latched in there before I walked by. So I went in to go get the dogs, and I got the dogs, and it's been a few minutes. I'm like, this man is still outside. He's still outside. And I was like, okay. And because I didn't want to bring my dogs out with his dog on the back of the truck. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just have, because he's taking too long. So I took him out, the dogs are barking at each other, all that shit. So I'm trying to get the dogs in the car, and he's like, I've been waiting on you to come out. And I was like, oh, because I was waiting on you to leave.
Dogs.
I was like, I'm sorry. I was waiting on you to leave because of the dogs and stuff. And he's like, you got a man? And when I tell you, the first thing out of my mouth was like, and I thought about it after the fact, and I was like, ooh, you cursing at me right now. Because all I thought about was my peace.
Jeez.
He was a little bit, you could tell he was
disruptive.
clearly younger than me too. And all I thought about was, oh, it's some bullshit that come along with you. He was cute.
Yeah.
And it might not have been my best response,
Right.
but that was my response, because the first thing I thought of was, ooh, nigga, if you know what peaceful space I'm in right now, and I know it's some bullshit that
with
come
you.
along with you. It really was. It was my first response. And I was like, ooh, you are cursing at me right now. That is all. And he's like, about having a man? I was like, yeah, but thank you so much. And I put my dogs in the car and drove my ass off and didn't think twice about it. But I thought about it later when I got home.
Could have been the one. Was he 6'5"?
I have no idea, because I never looked. Because when I was getting out of the car, all I saw was your dog, your cane corso, and I'm trying to avoid your dog. And then so getting in the car. So, but when he looked, he was attractive. Clearly all of that stuff. But all I thought about was
So what if people look at us like that? Because I just did that to
They
somebody.
do. I'm sure they do.
And so we know we're not what they think we are. So you looked at him, was like, dang, he nice looking. It's gonna be some mess.
bullshit.
And some man might look at you and be like, oh, she beautiful,
yeah.
got it going on. I ain't even about to do
Right,
that.
and now we don't.
That's
I'm
why
sure they
and I'm
do.
like, dang, but what if he wouldn't have been?
But
give him a chance.
that's why I said I
Give
thought
him
about
a
that
chance.
after the fact.
No, I still
right.
be scared.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, not
I
about to
thought
fool
about
with
it
you, so.
after the fact. But I did think about that after the fact. But my initial response was,
Right.
bruh,
Sir.
my
You
space,
didn't have a
chance
my
to mess
space,
up.
my space is so peaceful right now. I don't even want to ripple in the wave. I don't want to. All of that. But
He might have been high value.
Yeah. could.
You never know.
It could have been.
He might
and
have
we will
owned-
never. And we will never know.
Unless you're
30
watching
tissue
Mr.
stores.
King
Right. You
Corso
wouldn't
Driver,
know.
sir.
She
Mr.
said, in case you're watching Mr. King Corso Driver, sir.
Hit this lady
Yeah,
up.
we will never know.
Hit this lady
And we will
up.
never
Another
know.
chance. We never
But
know.
I did think about it after the fact. But I had to again go home and process that for myself because all I thought about was my peace.
Like, I don't want no mess.
I don't want no mess.
But you got to be open.
You gotta be
And you
Give
do.
her a chance.
Because you don't
And you
know
do.
what the universe is bringing you.
Absolutely. I agree. But that was me having a conversation with myself. Like, you done put up a wall. You done
Big, tall wall.
put up a wall. Because no disrespect, I get hit on all the time. And when I tell you I could care less, but why is that, Legra? Because I don't know. I think it's just the constant, like you just said, you're put in this bucket, you're put in this bucket, you're put in this bucket. And sometimes at some point you just say, I'm not getting in a bucket at all.
But how are you going to meet somebody
Two peas
if
in a
you get hit
bucket
all the
bucket.
time and you're like, bam, pop.
I do. I do.
But you've been on a work grind as well.
I
and
am.
it's very hard.
It really
Y'all,
is.
it is so
It
hard
really is.
to deal with somebody when you're on a work grind because they don't understand it and you always in your computer and
Oh,
you
my God.
you just do you ever take a break and there you go again and you kind of take a lot of slack for trying to get to a space that you want to be in. It's really hard to me. It's hard for somebody to really understand where you are and where you're trying to get to buy into that, you know?
But sometimes they might be on their grind too, though, and we
I
grind
mean,
together and we meet up when we
But
meet up.
because we're women, it's different.
It's different. But you got to be open. You got if God send you all these people to hit
No,
on you,
I-
like one of them
I'm open, but I think in this moment I'm not.
Okay.
And I had to have that conversation.
That's
Because
different,
exactly
yeah.
what you just said. I'm in my grind
Yeah.
right now. And honestly, and I think last week I had a lot of stressful shit going on last week with work and in a good way, but I was already overwhelmed. And I had to tell myself, I had to admit to myself, Legra, you are overwhelmed. Okay. You have so much on your plate right now. So when he even just saying hello, I was like,
I ain't got time.
that is not something
Yeah,
else
if you're
I
in a
could
different
put up.
space, that's different.
I wasn't in that space. So I had to, but I didn't process that till later. In that moment, I was like, no, don't even
got
talk to me. Let me get my damn dogs and go home and go back in my queendom and get back on my grind. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was just the head space that I was in at that moment. But I had to process that. I had to have that conversation with myself. Like, why did you respond like that?
Because you.
But you recognized it though. You
I
thought about
did.
it later.
At least,
But I
yeah, you
realize
did.
now that I couldn't be in a relationship right now with all the stuff I got going on. Like, I sit and tell myself, because I feel overwhelmed with a lot of stuff that I got going on. I'm like, I couldn't be in a relationship because I wouldn't even want to talk to him half the time unless he was like, babe, I just feel like I wouldn't have time and they would feel neglected and stuff like that to where I was like, it's not meant
Because
for
you
me to
wouldn't
be in
have time to be
nothing.
consistent.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
and
be
they would
consistent right
feel
now.
some kind of way. And I promise it ain't you. I just need to get this.
At least you
stuff
recognize it. Because some people, I just need a man, so I don't care what's going on in my life. I think people
I
get in a
would wanna
relationship
give them
when they don't
attention and
need to be in a
stuff.
relationship.
Yeah.
Long distance works for me because it allows me that time. You know what I mean? It's like the open ticket.
Always love long
I'm
distance.
coming, right? And then when I have something going on,
There's benefits to it.
Yeah, you can shut time
you
down
can
for them.
say, hey, I got this going on.
But see, the great part about that is, though, and I'm going to go back to you being high value, and we're going to talk about income.
Okay.
Of high value is younger Legra didn't like long distance because, one, you could hardly see each other, because, two, you couldn't afford
Right.
to be flying back and forth all the damn time. Let's start with that.
Yeah,
I couldn't
high
afford-
value allows you
Right.
to do that.
I couldn't afford. We couldn't afford to see each other
Right.
all the time. So those relationships,
Yeah.
when you were in something long distance, younger Legra, you couldn't. Both of y'all couldn't afford that back and forthness all the time. But now that you're in this space, like you said, that the distance allows y'all to still have your individuality, and y'all travel together
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah, it is
you
fun,
you go
though.
up there
It is
a lot.
fun.
Hell, she just left
Excited.
here. You know what I'm saying? So the back and forthness, you can afford to do that now. This high value woman, you got your points together.
Yeah.
So it allows you to have that type of relationship. But younger Legra couldn't do that.
No,
that
makes
relationship
sense.
wasn't gonna last because y'all was gonna never never see each
Oh,
other.
that's true.
And back in our day, there
We
was no
had
FaceTime.
Frontier.
Yeah, we didn't have FaceTime.
And you had to pay
Oh,
for
it's a
collect.
FaceTime.
You had to
No
pay for
Frontier.
long distance calls. Yeah.
Right, and there wasn't no
We about to
Frontier.
be
You
on
wasn't
that
going for
phone.
$29.
Yeah.
Frontier Elite. I'm a Frontier Elite.
You wasn't going for $29. So
Right.
but that allows you now that you can actually do those things where we couldn't do that before.
Right.
We couldn't do that
Good
before.
point.
But for me, my high value, it's really weird when people ask you because it's hard to talk about yourself. And I was so proud of you. Let me put that. Y'all better give her shouts because that's
Baby, lady,
episode
coming
episode one,
through.
season 1.
So now, you better cross,
She just
girl.
crossed her whole
Would
better
not
cross,
talk
boo.
about herself in that way. Look, let's point
love
that
it.
out.
I
She would
love
not
it.
talk about
I
herself
love
in
it.
that way. And look, I like to think that the couch had a little bit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But that man also had
A lot to do.
Okay,
with
let's-
it.
High value man.
Look,
Yeah.
right? So let's rewind that just for 2 seconds. You were coming out of a relationship where you were, and I hate the word broken because that.
Oh no, it's broke.
Okay, but if you want to use that term, okay, where you weren't at your best. Let's put it that
Okay.
way. We won't say
Right.
you were broken.
My
you
spirit was
weren't at
broken.
your spirit.
Yes, yeah.
You were your spirit wasn't at its best. Your confidence wasn't at its best. But look how that man.
You need the right people in your life.
Yes.
Thank you.
agree.
Knows
not
how
just
to
men,
bring that out of you.
Yeah.
Knows how to bring that out of you
'Cause she
because you
feels
were
safe.
high value. Let's keep it 100.
You always
You were
been.
high value in
Yeah.
that other relationship,
Yeah.
and you made more money in that other relationship, and you carried and paid the bills, and you did in that other relationship. Yet you were broken.
Yes. Point to everybody. Don't do that.
Well, it's not
Don't
that-
let
it's not-
anybody
But
break-
but that attests to the man.
Yeah.
And then it helped you grow too,
Yeah.
because then you know what you're not
I
about
know.
to put up with.
I tell you,
what
I
ain't about
prayed the day before I
could
met.
never
I
go
prayed for God's best. I said, Lord, just send me your best and give me the discernment to know when it arrives.
Right.
So,
come through.
yes. And he came through.
I asked God to make me.
Look at the attitude
She
and
said,
everything.
yes. But that was
See,
the
that's what
conversation.
that man's supposed to do. And it don't matter that you were a high value woman before then. That man brings that out of you. He brings that energy, that softness, that
Yes.
all those things. Because it's in we're women, it's in us. It's in us. So I love it. So I had to point that out because you couldn't have said all those things about
sure
yourself.
couldn't.
And if you did, we wouldn't have heard you.
That part. That part.
Because that voice would have been so well, you know, I'm just,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have heard you.
And as a matter of fact,
What a couple months. What a couple months will do for you. What a couple months will do for you. But I love it. But look how also for high value, and I'm using the air quotes, women are sitting on the same couch together, not competing against each other, can be friends, ain't no mess. Hello, can we get a community something for that? Period. The stereotypes that they say that we all are, that we're showing right here, that's just stereotypes.
And I wish people in other countries would see this because we go there and they think, oh, that she just loud and she this,
Yeah,
and
so
she
bad.
housewives and she
yeah,
like, no,
I know.
And it's no knock against those shows. They make for great TV.
Yeah.
But that's TV.
that's not reality.
That's TV.
Don't bundle us.
That is TV. I love this, y'all. Yep. For 2 seconds, I felt feminine. I was going to cry, but I was like, yeah, no.
She's a flower, y'all. She's a flower.
I
But a
cannot
flower
believe
only
you
goes
let
in
her.
good soil.
Yeah, no.
You want me to cry? No, I'm just kidding.
No, because we know
ain't do it.
who can cry
Look,
on
let
a
me clench my
dime.
cheeks.
Okay, who can cry at the drop of
I
a dime
sure
is that
can.
damn Cherise.
I sure can.
Okay. But what you were sharing something at the table yesterday because you worked here yesterday. You worked over here with me yesterday, and you was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh my God, you haven't had that in a minute."
Okay, we just talked so much.
It was your post where you put the post up about you just took 500 people
Yeah, that's true.
to Jamaica, and you were just talking about your post.
Yes. So yeah, we didn't even talk. You know what? We did so much this summer that we didn't talk about. So we didn't talk about your trip to Jamaica and my trip to. But yeah, just getting back from Jamaica, taking 500 people, and I sat on the sofa. I had a lot of moments. I had a moment because one of the families who cooked, I heard from, and they called me on a FaceTime, and I just felt I was out there bawling like a fool. And then I had another moment when I literally was thinking about you, Legra, and I posted it. And the thought process was when I first met Legra, I was like, damn, she rough. I like her sister because her sister's just fun and talk a lot, and she just rough. I don't want her doing my taxes no more. That's what I thought. But then as I got to know Legra, I'm like, okay, she's really soft, and she's really nice, and she's really kind, and she's really helpful. And the thing that I said about Legra was that she's got this big, and all y'all travel agents is in that or was under her, whatever, because I'm about to put y'all out there, but she's got this big network. And I'm saying this to you, and I said it in the post, but I learned a lot from you. And you didn't have to teach me anything. You could have kept it all in, which is what a lot of people do, right? I ain't teaching her because she might be better than me, but leaders like Obama and some of the people who are real leaders, they put the best people around them.
Absolutely.
Because they know they'll take care of them, right? And so when you started building your team and bringing people onto your team, some paid attention, some didn't. And I was just thanking you publicly for,
Here go the tears. Here go the tears, y'all.
okay, I'm gonna squeeze my butt.
That's
But I was thinking, it's really hitting me.
Squeeze.
It's okay.
Squeeze.
Here come the tears, y'all.
I see him.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
But I was thanking Legra because Legra's something else, y'all. We meet in the middle. I mean,
do.
that's a good thing.
We
because,
meet in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just the marshmallow that gets here, and she's the rough and tough with the Afro puffs. That just came to my brain. But we meet honestly, nicely in the middle. But I wouldn't have been, without her showing me, I probably would have gotten there, but I wouldn't have gotten there as fast. I wouldn't have, right? And so you helped me shortcut. I wouldn't even have been in travel. You're the one who did my taxes and said, you need to be doing something else. So, you give people their flowers, and I wanted to do that in that post, and all of the great congratulations, but nobody probably reached out to you to say, Legra, I want to come back or whatnot. But my point in saying that is that when you have powerful women who are confident in who they are, you don't have to worry about, seriously, you don't have to worry about them pulling back or not wanting to help you or not wanting, like this is something different and special. You know what I'm saying? And some people in a lifetime don't find this.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And we just found something special because, baby, Jamaica funk, that's what it was. That whole song, it was amazing. So thank you, Legra, publicly. But we just have something. We have something great. And not only that, where I am now from where I was when I met you, right?
Even emotionally, where you are.
Because I would have been on the floor rolling over and crying. Girl, I would have been on the floor rolling right now. Just now, I would have been crying. And boy, y'all would have been like, get your ass up. But I'm always going to have a part of me that with me. Y'all know that, right? That whole emotional side of me, can't help it. I'll be like that for the rest of my life. But we have something great, and you couldn't even have told me years ago that I was a high value. But I do think, too, because we're talking about it.
Even though you had the income.
Right, absolutely. But when we talk about relationships, I think that what's been poured into me for the last couple of years, just in my relationship, you know what I mean? Help put me in a space that I will never go back. There's no way I could ever accept some of the things that I accepted before. But you don't know. Sometimes and I said this before, sometimes you never know what you're missing until they arrive.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And then when it's there, it's like,
Like, this was supposed to be like.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, I think that term, I don't think that term, let me upgrade you. Sometimes people think that's negative. Upgrade me. But when you both, okay, y'all gonna laugh.
Oh,
But
yeah.
going back to Olive Garden and all of those places, you know what I'm saying? Like the things that you thought, oh, we're going to eat. Red
be
Lobster,
excited
whatever.
about.
Maybe we was
Now,
excited.
you know what I mean? When you start dating somebody who's a chef and you really introduce a Steak 48, or we go to every country
Red Lobster,
and I want to
cheddar
find the best restaurant and you're going to do this, like we upgrade each other back to what you were talking about. We can help. We can help upgrade each
Support
other.
you. Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be this financial thing
Yeah.
sitting there. If you both walk away, if that happens, but better than
Better
we
than you
were when
you
we
came.
met,
Yes.
then it's
a blessing.
just an amazing thing. So, yeah,
Well said.
yeah. That's all.
We're going to wrap that up there.
Okay. Thank you, Brittany.
Y'all 4 high value bitches.
It is what it
We are,
is.
and to sit in it, not
Yeah,
to-
own it.
because remember what we used to say about you. And I've done this for a very long time, dimming your light around
Yes.
other people because you didn't want them to look at you a certain way or even be mad. Because now it's like, this is just what it is.
You
And-
remember, bougie used to be a bad thing. I'm like, what's wrong with being bougie? Like, if I like
And-
certain things and I want to, like,
and
what's
whatever
wrong
that
with
But
is
your
or
circle
mean.
is very important.
It is.
Your circle is very
There's
important.
yeah.
When you got 4 bad bitches. Hello? And I know that term bitch offends some people, but these is 4 bad bitches. When you got 4 bad bitches who, again, you're not competing with each other. I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm not trying to check and see where you at, what you doing, and I got to try to top that. All those stereotypes that I think they put on successful black women.
And we're humble.
No, but there's
we're
still
very
women
humble.
like that.
Oh
that
no,
do
there
that.
are.
They
but
wanna see
we
you
need
below
you.
them
we're not.
at all
But we need you
times.
to.
It's a
but
comparison. That's what social media does. You compare yourself to other people all the time. Well, they have this car. I got to get this car. They're wearing this. They have that bag. I got to get this bag. I can't do it.
No,
It's not worth my time.
But it's not. But I don't want competition in my circle.
Not in your circle.
Not in my circle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, if you see something I need, I expect for you to be honest with me. Tell me, and if it's something you can help me with, let me help my sister. It's not, well, let me help you. You can't go no higher than this.
Right.
Because I'm right here.
Right.
So you can't go no higher than this. Let me help you to a certain point. No, let me help you.
But we do help a community. Now I can say that about
All
us.
the
No
time.
matter what we are
All the
and how
time.
much we talk, at the end of the day, we are, which is why personally I love our circle because we're humble. We are a very humble circle, and we got to talk about. We help each other. We help other people to a fault. Like we just got to talk about that one day, but we really do.
At the detriment of yourself sometimes,
Yes.
especially financially.
That part, that whole entire part. So,
And as single women.
Yeah.
Look, you see, look, I'm throwing it all out there.
Jeez.
Look, all of our faces are like,
No, it's the truth because I just don't know what some people see.
Some of y'all
though,
have
and
the
it's like,
audacity to ask for things that you really shouldn't ask for. Get it yourself.
audacity is at an all-time high, but we got to talk about
but that's
that.
a whole nother episode.
That is a whole
We're going to
nother
wrap this up
episode.
because we could be here all day, because especially if we get into,
Yeah.
Yeah.
y'all already know. This is like,
This is Stephanie.
This is Sharice.
And this is Ivania.
and this is Timeless Unfiltered, where we are spilling the tea on midlife.
One laugh at a time.
And we will see y'all next week. Are we going to be here all day?